Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Dolev, Senior Financial Technology Analyst at Mizuho Americas, to discuss innovation in payments. Dan, it's great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Hey, thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
And Dan, the payments sector moves so quickly. What are the trends that you're seeing right now?
Yeah, the payments sector has been fascinating and it's getting even more interesting. I think that the advent of digital wallets is probably one of the most fascinating trends to follow right now. Square and PayPal are both leaders there. So if you think about our kids are not going to go to a bank in 5-10 years, right? So everyone that's offering, like the good companies that are offering a very good digital wallet that give you like a 360 option of doing everything like your entire life needs, from payments to mortgages to auto loans, etc. Those are going to be the winners, right? So those digital wallets are sort of the most promising and the most booming part of the payment space. And I expect that to only continue and get even more accentuated over time.
And on March 3rd, you're hosting a panel with Darlene Pasquale, head of equities at Mizuho Americas, and Cathie Woods, founder, CEO, and CIO of ARC Investment Management. Of course, we know when she speaks, a lot of people listen within that space. What are some of the key themes that you're going to be discussing?
Yeah, so I think you've really kind of spoke exactly to the point, because I'm very, very excited about our call with Cathie Wood, and I think that Cathie's also been a big proponent, and she was one of the founders of the whole thesis about the digital wallet and the growth in digital wallets. And I think she started it early in 2017 when nobody really appreciated the digital wallets as much, and Square wasn't even big in the Cash App. And now look where we are, kind of 3 to 4 years down the road. So we're going to talk about innovation in payments. We're going to talk about where these digital wallets, where's Square going to be by 2030? Where's PayPal going to be by 2030? Who else are the big winners in payments by 2030? So it's going to be a very long-term oriented call with Cathie, which is kind of literally up her alley and very close to her heart, and talking about all these, like the innovation, especially around digital wallets, next gen issuers, everything that's exciting and future forward-looking in payments.
Yeah, and I think it is exciting because clearly the pandemic accelerated many of those trends, but this doesn't sound like it's a short-term fix. This is something that's longer term that really is going to be ingrained not only within our society, but our economies and in the way that we do finance going forward.
I totally agree with you. I mean, the pandemic was just with many things in the pandemic, it was just an accelerator, right? It already took trends that were with us and just accelerated and put them on like an accelerated pace to growth. This is not ending, right? You've seen a step up in e-commerce, for example, 500 basis points step up in e-commerce consumption in 2020. I mean, this is not going to slow, or it's not going backwards, right? Maybe the rate of acceleration in e-commerce is going to moderate, but it's not going to moderate to where it was before. We're upward and onward from here, and it's going to get even more and more present in our lives. From banking, digital banking to e-commerce. So payments is really going to dominate our lives, I think, in the next few years, and that's the key of our discussion with Cathie, right? How it's becoming a bigger part of our lives.
All right, Dan, we'll look forward to following up with you. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.